Will here. Welcome to another edition of our midweek devotion. We're glad you've joined us each week about this time. We stop what we were doing, stop doom scrolling, stop work, stop resting around, stop playing, and focus a little bit on some grace. I hope to offer you a brief moment of grace every Wednesday about 11 o'clock. So we're going to get right into it. One of my favorite movies, and I try desperately to convince my wife to watch it more often than we ever can, is the movie Master and Commander: The Far Side of the World with Russell Crowe. And it's my favorite for any number of reasons, if only because of the musical score. But in it, there's a scene where the sailors on their ship are scrambling around because they've just been attacked by an enemy brigade. And one of the young boys who was serving as a midshipman, youth used to actually serve in navies. He looks back and sees an old and grizzled deckhand staring back. Quickly, the seaman holds up his gnarled hands, and you can just make out two four-letter words tattooed on his knuckles. And no, not those two four-letter words. He had a simple reminder ink there that he now flashed to the young boy: hold fast. It was a reminder not to give up, not give in, not let go, and not stop. If they did not hold fast, it would likely have cost them their lives, and the lives of their fellow seamen. Lives depended on their willingness to suffer, endure, and face whatever come their way. They needed to hold fast. And this scene is exactly what comes to my mind when I heard Jesus tell his disciples in this past Sunday's gospel reading: still not a hair on your heads will be lost. By holding fast, you will gain your lives. He's fresh on detailing what the world has in store for those who would seek to be his followers, tread his path, live out his kingdom. And it wasn't exactly what someone would consider success or good things. They should expect to receive harassment, imprisonment, betrayal, hate, death. It's a far cry from living your best life now. Jesus was asked how one might know the end of the world is coming, but our Savior is more concerned with preparing his disciples for what they are to go through before one could even consider the last day. Life on this side of Eden has never been a cakewalk for anyone, thanks to sin and death. But for those who are committed to the grace and mercy of Christ, living it out and sharing it with others in word and deed, we should expect nothing less than what he went through. But Jesus makes a promise, and it is a mind-bending one. He promises us that God will be with us, taking care of us through it all. Not a hair on your heads will be lost. As someone whose hair is thinning faster than I want to, I think that's good news. But this isn't a promise that bad things aren't going to happen to us. I mean, the laundry list he laid out for them reads itself. Instead, this is a promise that God will see us through to the other side, that if we hold fast, if we endure, if we trust, if we have faith in Jesus and his cruciform work on our behalf. When Jesus tells this, it's Holy Week. He's staring the cross right in his face. He knows where it's going. He knows what's going to happen to him. But if we trust in this work that he has done for us, then we will gain the very thing we so desperately want and try and cling to. If we let go and trust him, we will gain our very lives. Jesus invites us to hold fast, to trust him, his cross, and his presence amid this turbulent world. He is with you, forgiving and strengthening to watch and wait and hasten the day of his coming. And the truth is, thanks to his Spirit, He does it whether you know it or not. So hold fast, dear friends. Hold fast. Thanks for joining me for this week's devotion. I hope you heard a word of grace. I hope you're encouraged to hold fast and trust. You're invited to join us for worship this Sunday morning at 10:30. We'll gather in person and online, so we hope to see you there. But if not, our benediction is the same as always. God be with you till we meet again.